All the way from Canada, all right? They're the two-time Canadian Podcast Award-winning podcast, and it's the Fuck Buddies, guys. And hey, how many people have had a fuck buddy before? Raise your hand. All right, so you have no idea what they're going to be talking about. Perfect. All right, look, not only are they hosting a podcast that's going to be great, we're going to talk about some really sexual things. Hey. The number one rule for me and Ian is keep it sexy. Keep it sexy. The number one rule is don't be a dick, but also keep it sexy. All right, give it up all the way from Toronto, the Fuck Buddies podcast. Niall and Dane, show them your love. Look at how gorgeous they are. Some of the most handsome gentlemen I've ever seen from Canada. Give it up, give it up. Let's hear it. Niall and Dane, you got it.
Thank you, Panther.
My heart is warmed.
Okay.
Hell yeah, that's how we like to start.
The weird thing is I was gonna do like the classic like bullshit like, oh, that was okay, that was kind of a good intro, but maybe we could do better. I don't know if we can.
That fucking rocked. Yeah, you guys killed it.
Yeah, we're not gonna try again. Cause I don't want to cheapen what we have with fake podcast tricks.
No. You had nothing but the raw shit from us tonight.
Yeah. We will. Hello, friends. My name is Dane Miller.
And I'm Niall Spain, and we are your Fuck Buddies.
We are a sex and dating advice podcast where we take your sexy, sticky situations and turn them into sexy, sticky situations. Hey, someone like rocketed, injected like several shots of tequila into my mouth over the course of the night. So,
and you still handled the intro better than half the time. So
yeah,
that was pretty good.
I would say compared to how I do it sober, nailed it.
Simply put, we are an award-winning sex and dating advice podcast. We find questions either online or from our wonderful listeners or from our wonderful audience members. The best.
We should probably explain where we are because
yes, true.
This is an audio medium and no one's going to know what the fuck is going on.
Okay. We're in a wooden theater in the Poconos at Camp Halcyon.
Yeah.
Having the time of our fucking lives. We built some rockets today. We had tequila injected into our mouths. We did trivia. We did the Giants Ladder. We fucking killed it. It was amazing. There are bears attending the show, so all in all,
yeah. And most of them are in the audience.
You guys ready to get going? I'm gonna kick us off.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. No.
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking
go. Let's do it.
No bullshit. We're giving it raw. This is a question from Reddit by a person named Worried Ferret 3418. How serious is this? Fiance, 35-year-old female, shows her hands. Fuck you. Repeatedly, which I, 37-year-old male, spot in the mirror both times? No disputes preceded either instance. Dear all, twice in the last 6 months, I saw my fiancée showing her hands, fuck you, raising her middle fingers on both hands behind my back with a look of hatred on her face. No dispute or other conflict preceded either instance, but I felt our relationship was going well. I asked her after the second time, which she first denies, then apologized without being able to explain. She said she had scenarios running through her mind about our future where she's doing household work and is somehow exposed to me as the moneymaker and person buying our home. I know sometimes people can irritate each other in a long relationship, but I genuinely don't think I deserve in any way the hatred manifesting itself this way. Not that I gave her any reason to feel this way either. I love her. I want the best for her. Even that entails not allowing her to settle with someone who, internally or whatever, causes those conflicting feelings within her. I gave her plenty of jobs so we can facilitate a future together. And my previous girlfriends called me a giver and a caretaking person. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I have not received meaningful explanation. I wouldn't like to waste my time getting a bit older. What do I do?
I love that this is like a classic textbook definition of like letting the intrusive thoughts win, where it's just like this woman is just watching her presumably loving husband just going about his day, and then like she's come up with a reason to be mad at him and then has acted upon it. And it's that is an incredibly powerful way to go about your relationship.
It's kind of like the really powerful version of when you wake up for like you had a bad dream where like you fought and you're kind of angry at them, and then you're like, wait, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But she was like, no, fuck it. Fuck you.
And the best thing is like, it's such a juvenile way to express.
Yeah.
It's a great way to do it. I do it multiple times a day, especially if I'm working and someone doesn't tip me. Oh, I'm gonna hit him with just one of these.
That's why I can't turn my back while we're podcasting, because he just fucking goes.
Yeah, it's funny because like our usual default like advice is always like, hey, talk to them about it, because usually we get questions where it's like this problem, but then they'll never like talk about it, and they'll be like, what does it mean? What should I do? Why is she doing this? And we'd always like, hey, have you talked to her about it?
He did try that way, though.
Yeah, and
because it happened once, and he didn't bring it up. He was like, oh.
And her answer was just like,
But the first time, he didn't do it till she did it a second time, which is the best fucking part. He saw her going like, fuck you, and he was like, yeah, okay, that sucks.
And this poor guy, he's like getting ready to go to work, and he's just like, that's the last. Imagine if like, is anyone dying to watch Dawson's Creek?
It's about 50-50.
No, okay, I want to make sure you understood the question. I'm not saying have you seen Dawson's Creek. You haven't seen Dawson's Creek, and you're going to watch it. I'm about to drop a major Dawson's Creek spoiler.
Oh, no. Oh, we lost them.
Is it? I can't tell if that was it's okay. Okay. A major character dies.
Hey, Dane, I've never seen Dawson's Creek. How could you do me like that?
And Dawson has a bad interaction before that happens. Imagine
you're saying you did this and then they died, and you're like,
yeah,
fuck.
and this guy steps outside.
I spent the whole morning flipping him off behind his back.
Imagine this guy steps outside being like, man, my wife hates me. He steps outside, bus, poof, and then the rest of her life, she's gonna be like, the last thing I said to him was.
But like, can you imagine like your friends are like, hey, it's okay. She's like, no, I did something really
You
terrible.
don't understand.
And then you explain it, and they're like, what the fuck?
And then they're like, why did you do that? I don't know.
So like, I like to try to save relationships where we can. This is one of the few, there's no going forward, because you could never trust again. Like, I'd be lying in bed, rolling over, facing the opposite way, convinced that she's on her side, like, like, I would have to put mirrors everywhere.
Oh yeah, mirrors everywhere and or nanny cams everywhere.
Yeah, and what kind of life is that?
It's one that's going to be a bad one.
Yeah, so...
The other thing I do like, does it say how long they've been married?
No.
I do like where he says, for the most part, I do think our relationship's going well. It's like, dude, you're married. Presumably you dated for a period of time, at which point you thought, hey, this is going well enough to marry you. And now that you're married, you're like...
fiancés. The audience was right.
Oh, okay.
These guys listen, and that was a test, and you passed, and you're amazing.
You did it.
It's not that Dane didn't listen.
Look, I think this kind of relationship is born on trust, and I don't want to keep going under the pretense that I was entirely listening, because there is, and this is an incredible camp experience for me, there is like a little black bug on the soundboard. And every now and then he does do like a little hump motion. And that's kind of cool for me.
Hey, you know what? The bears like us. This bug really likes us.
This bug, see, he's doing it. Do you see him? Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, what's he fucking? Is that the tone? Yeah. Did we just discover a new bug, the fuck beetle?
Our fuck
buggy, yes.
Fuck buggy. Do you think American Customs would let me smuggle this bad boy across the border?
Not if they find it. Just don't post this episode till after, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Sorry. Hey.
Stop getting distracted, Dane.
I've learned today I'm not allowed outside while working. There's like a fluff that just went by, and hey, god damn, that mystified me.
Give me a fucking question.
Yeah, okay. This is from a throwaway account on Reddit. Female 21, male 27, would only sleep with me if I used the condom she provided. Is any other guy like this? Which is weird, because it is the man asking the question. I want to use condoms I bought. Okay, no, I should have read the question all the way through. I want to use condoms I bought that I know are properly stored and not tampered with, and ones that fit properly. I've used ones before that women bought, and they were too big and felt strange. I wouldn't expect women to really know what makes a condom better than another. Better than another. I've never had a woman refuse sex when I wanted to use my own condom instead of hers. It seemed way too weird for me, so I said forget it and left. We were going to hook up and be friends with benefits, but I'm second guessing that now. It's not just me, right?
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird move on both sides. Like, if you're like, only condoms I buy, and she's like, only condoms I buy, I'm worried about what you guys do with your condoms.
I just like imagining that this is that scene in Harry Potter where Voldemort and Harry are battling in the middle, and it's
just two fucking Durex.
It's just two sort of like,
one's kind of too big, feels weird.
One big condom, one tampered condom, just blasting away in the middle.
It's frustrating because it's such an easy thing where you go, hey, why this way? Why just your one? And she goes, I don't know, I'm worried you tampered with it or stored it unsafely. And you go, oh, me too. Wow. We get along so well. Let's go buy some together, and we're fucking golden.
But who keeps the condoms in the interim? Grant, I'm assuming
you use all of them in one go.
Yeah, I guess you do have to have sex 12 times or whatever. God forbid you go to Costco.
So you take all the nanny cams from the first question and you just put a live stream on the condoms to make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
Put a thermometer in there,
Yeah.
Make sure no fuck bugs get on it.
Make sure she's not flipping you off when you turn around.
In the reflection on the foil.
So I have a latex allergy. And I've had this happen before where someone was like, I want to use this. And I was like, one, that's not the right size. And two, it would be incredibly
the
unpleasant.
worst place to have an allergy is your dick.
Yeah.
One of them.
I was like, I don't know if you've ever had a sort of like contact-based allergy, but it's not a pleasant one to have regardless of where, but specifically on sensitive areas.
The dick.
And she was like, no, it's this one. And
She's like, you gotta suffer.
I pulled to this dude, and I was just like, well, then I guess we're not gonna do this tonight.
Yep, that's fair.
And I just kind of...
Yeah, if you're uncomfortable, like, even if your reason is silly, fuck it, don't do it. You know what I mean? I'm saying even if it is. I don't think it is silly. If they're gonna subject you to a dick-based allergic reaction, definitely fucking leave. So I'm proud of you.
And also, like, if she's concerned about safety and... for whatever reason the condoms you're using are too big, then that is a safety risk.
It is unsafe.
In and of itself. It can slip off, fluids getting out and in.
The opposite of what a condom should do.
Yeah, you're essentially just being like, okay,
let's pretend.
Let's trade one concern for a myriad of others.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine to, and I think you should, respectfully decline if you aren't comfortable with the parameters in which you're about to have sex. I don't think you should ever use a condom you're not willing to use, or have sex without a condom if you want to use one.
Yeah.
Like all these sort of like situations where it's like if the stars don't align in terms of the things that make you safe to have sex, you shouldn't have sex.
Yeah. Like, it might suck, it might be a pity, but it's better the fucking alternative.
100%.
Yeah.
I like that someone was doing like poetry snaps. that was kick ass. I like that. That was nice. That made me feel safe.
This is by Steadfast End. My 34-year-old male girlfriend, 30-year-old female, cannot have sex until she's had a shower. But then she can't have sex after she's had a shower.
Too clean.
What do we do here? We've been together for about a year now. We have high libidos. She wants sex a lot. She grabs my butt a lot and talks about wanting sex. But she has a somewhat circular catch-22 logic. Can't have sex till she's showered because I don't want to have sex if my body is dirty or sweaty. Okay, fair enough.
Sure.
But then after she has a shower, she says, well, I don't have sex now. I spent a lot of effort getting my body clean. And sex will make the body dirty. What do we do?
It's very easy. I've discussed this sort of technique with a lot of people at camp. Ponchos.
Yeah, ponchos.
You get one poncho. You get another poncho. You cut two strategic holes wherever you want to put things. Bingo bango.
Yeah.
Everything's clean. You just whip that bad boy off.
Exactly, yeah.
You fold it all up in the end of the day. It's all...
The sheet defense.
All your juices and everything.
Yeah. And you don't even need to fold it up that way. It'll just stick together.
Yeah. You just throw it out after.
Yeah. A lot of people yelled out shower sex, which is an answer, but shower sex sucks. So
Shower sex is the worst thing ever.
the real answer is second shower. Just do a second fucking shower.
No, well, yes. I think if the problem is like, oh no, I'm dirty. It's
Yeah, you are.
it's a hose down, right? Like you just get in real quick, rinse. Yeah, it's a rinse situation, and be like, look, we're gonna get dirty again, so let's, and then we can have my preferred intimate shower moment is like a joint shower afterwards, where you kind of like cool down in the shower, and not physically in terms of temperature.
No, you got the hot water on.
Yeah, you better have the hot water on.
Yeah, be weird
Fucking
otherwise.
psychopaths.
I think this is a situation where communication is always fucking key. In this situation, you need to be like, do you want to fuck though? Because the logic ain't logicking in any way. So it's like, is it just like a really bad excuse? And you're like, wow, what a silly girl. Like, does she just not want to fuck, man? Because
I don't know.
if she wants to fuck, you can have a very simple question of like, well, this doesn't work, so what would you prefer? Person with the issue.
Yeah.
And that's the best way to go about it.
do you want a drawer filled with moist towelettes? Because I could do that for you.
Yeah.
I can make that happen. I could give you a sensual sort of, post rib rub down. And
Yeah.
right?
Ooh.
You're lemony fresh. Mm-hmm. It'll cost you a fortune.
Yes. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta do it.
I don't know an American. I only know the Canadian price. I'm sorry. So I think you do have to be like, where in your spectrum of cleanliness is sex time? And then be like, great, let's pinpoint that.
Yeah.
And figure that out. And then I think you do have to, like, if you're concerned about it, have a conversation and be like, hey, I feel like there's a bit of a catch-22 here where you're either too dirty or too clean.
Giving me an impossible riddle.
Yeah. One girlfriend is too clean for sex. The other girlfriend is too dirty for sex.
Which door do you choose?
One leads to certain doom.
There are two girlfriends inside of you. Neither wants to fuck.
But
Ooh.
but she
They've been there the whole time.
This is our scary camp story time. Do we want to just
I think it's time for some audience questions.
you game through for us. We got a little stack of these bad boys. Now has a stack too.
We got some stacks. We got some Tinder profiles sent in. We appreciate that. You guys fucking rule. They come at the end of the show though, so don't.
And the
don't get too
nice thing
excited.
is, as you're watching and you realize that, they are two white guys with a podcast, but they're not those white guys with a podcast. You're welcome to send in the profiles if you think to and want to.
Also, there is a pen and paper if you have a burning question.
If you're like, okay, I now trust these people with a question. The anonymity is going to be a little whatever. So maybe just hand like 3 papers to your friends as well, and then come up, and then it's like one of 3 of you have asked the question.
Or just hand in one you don't care about.
Yeah. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to
Sure,
go first?
fuck
Okay.
How do guys like girls to approach them?
Like in front, hands up, really slowly, make lots of noise
Yeah.
so we can see you.
Yeah. If you stand too still, it's hard for them to really get an idea.
We're like T-Rexes.
Yeah.
If you stand too still, we lose you.
Yeah.
God forbid I'm outside and something goes by.
Yeah. If you're not moving and a fucking dust goes by, Dana's gone.
Yeah, you snooze, you lose.
So, I think this is a good question because I think the whiplash answer is, oh, fucking go up, all guys love whatever, which is kind of true. But I think there's only one way to go. Actually, there are 2 ways to go wrong. There are many ways to go wrong. But the 2 main ones are obviously being way too subtle. That's one. That's not the worst one. That one's acceptable. It happens. Men can be dumb. We can all be dumb. But sometimes you need to be a little bit more obvious.
Occasionally, sometimes. Very rarely.
But the big one I see when a girl gets it in their head to be like, I'm going to go get my man. You come on so fucking strong. Like a sledgehammer.
Ladies, you're scary sometimes.
Right?
You embody Russian bot energy.
Yes. the message you get in your like Twitter or your Tinder, and you're like, what the fuck is happening here?
Yeah.
That's kind of the energy. Sometimes
Some of your
that
pickup
happens.
lines sound like there's a really sketchy URL buried in there.
Yeah. And if I pay attention to one word too much, you've stolen my identity.
Yeah, somehow you've hacked me. Yeah, I mean, we see it all the time with our single lady friends. It's gotten a little bit better as we've progressed in age, but like women will go up to guys and they'll just be like, "You want to fuck?" And look, the answer is yes.
The answer is yes, but deep inside you're like, that something's happening here.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of boys outside with knives and a hankering for some kidneys.
It's the same thing as if I rolled up in a panel
What's
van.
the catch? What's
Yeah,
the catch?
if I roll up in a panel van and just get in if you want $1 million.
Yeah, it's like, do I want $1 million? Yes, I would love that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
That would really help my day and my general projections for life going forward, much like the sex.
Yeah.
However, I'm scared.
You've scared me.
I'm so scared.
Guys talk a big game and we're all like, brr, brr, brr. But like the second you're like, yeah, let's do it. And there's no.
Like, wait, what's happening? Yeah. They live in a sexless oasis. No, it's not an oasis. It's a
No, it's a
wasteland.
terrible
A
oasis.
sexless wasteland. And then you're just fucking typhooning on them?
Yeah.
They're scared.
We
They're
look
drowning.
at the desert and we see the face from the mummy in
Yeah.
the sand coming towards us. No, we don't want that.
So that is definitely a thing to consider. Otherwise, yeah, you're good. They love it.
Yeah, just
Give them a compliment. Say they have a nice shirt.
Hey.
They're going to live off that for fucking years.
2 people today have told me that I smell good, and that
He blushed.
I'm gonna sleep like a fucking baby tonight. I'm gonna roll over. I'm just gonna.
Hey guys, let's keep the nice stuff going. Sniff the shit out of Dane tonight. He's gonna love that. It's not gonna make him feel uncomfortable at
Just
all.
make-
How good? How good? Right? Well, that's the next hour of our show. Everybody line up. We're gonna
Just make sure you approach from the front,
Yeah.
slowly.
see. Did it perfectly. Did it perfectly.
Let me know that you're coming.
Yeah, the bear that we spooked. It was just one of us. He was shivering behind the stage when we got down here.
Someone said something nice to me, and I fucking ran. I was about to say this is from someone, but I don't know.
We have no names.
It's anonymous. That's the point of it. Why is butt sex so requested? What makes it so good? Is it really good, or is it the forbidden fruit?
Are you really interested, or is this your question? Or both? It is, I think, a lot of the reason.
Yeah,
is-
you've gotten a lot of the
forbidden
right
fruit
answer.
for sure. I think porn and just like the prevalence of anal and that just made it like this thing that people were like, oh yeah, and then like it's like how virginity was like a medal in like high school and university or whatever. It's like, oh, I had sex, bro. But then when you've had sex, it's like, shit, what do I brag about? Oh, I had anal, bro. Like you needed the thing. It was like a bragging right. It's like a forbidden fruit. It's like a porn thing. I think it's all that and like just, you know, the taboo. It's not usual.
And as cool as the Roman
Maybe it
emperor or empire is, the Greek empire was also pretty cool, and they were fucking in the ass all the time.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just like a thing. You know, like dudes are really into like war and history.
When I talk about how, like, that's my Roman Empire, I'm not talking about the war. I'm talking about the anal.
We're talking about the sodomy.
Just so much sodomy.
We're talking about the sodomy. 100%. It's like the cool swords. The butt stuff, though.
Yeah, the leather armor and the butts. Wait, am I?
Uh-oh.
I hope this doesn't awaken something in me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it all comes down to personal preference. I'm not a big butt stuff guy.
I enjoy it every now and then, and it's like, you know, is it good? Is it really good? It can be, for sure. You gotta prep and use fucking lube, guys. You don't just have a surprise anal day. Don't do that. It's probably not a camp activity.
I would say I know what all of you have eaten over the past couple days. Let's just say anal is not a camp activity, okay? Like, we know what you've been doing with this situation. Yeah.
This is a multi-parter, and the best is the writing gets slightly more frantic and also slightly bigger as it goes. So I'm going to read it in its entirety first because I feel like it needs to be experienced that way, and then we'll go through them in order. What is a chode? What is the percentage of growers to showers? What do you prefer, grower or shower? How much is too much dick, like in length? What about girth? That last line was like twice as big as everything else, so it was girthy. What about girth?
I love the idea. It has been... We've had a lot of really great weather up here, but we've also had like brief spats of rain. And I like to imagine whoever wrote this question at one point in time when it was raining kind of did the Shawshank, like in the rain, like looking at the heavens. It's just like, what is girth? What is it?
What is a chode?
A chode is a penis that is more wide than long. Well,
Yeah.
not
Not more
specifically,
wide than
but-
long because
but-
that is just a
Yeah,
rectangle.
That's a tuna can
But
situation.
hey, growing up, I did think that's what it was.
But it's a smaller in length, larger in circumference
Yeah.
penis.
Yeah.
Is what a chode is.
What is the percentage of growers to showers?
How the fuck would I know that? Look, I don't want to. I'm not here to make fun of anyone or whatever. And I like to believe that I know a lot. It's why we do this show. I don't know if that's a statistic that anyone could fucking, other than if we did like a poll in a very sort of like,
Okay, guys, hands up.
who's a grower, who's a shower? We'll crunch the numbers real
Growers to
quick.
the left, showers to the right. Yeah. They will. One of them will.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer this question.
Yeah, I don't think we can. Which do you prefer, grower or shower? I don't fucking care.
I don't know.
Maybe like
I think this
maybe grower because if I bump into you and your pants fall down, I won't look and go, aw. I'll be like, nice. Maybe.
Wait, no, that's a shower. That's a shower.
No, shower's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm saying I won't look at you and say like, oh, I feel bad about myself because you're not already like
I
full
thought-
lengthing it.
Right.
But like, I don't fucking care, man. You do you.
Yeah,
nice
just
dick.
Yeah, nice dick, man.
Nice dick.
Keep it up.
How much is too
Not
much?
literally. If it stays up for too long, it's a problem.
Yes. We have a Dr. Panthers around somewhere, and they'll sort you out.
He'll write a prescription for you.
Yeah. Would you prefer? Oh no. How much is too much dick?
Again, I'm not too sure.
The amount. We have some volunteers for too much
we have
dick.
a statistic. We have a statistic.
Oh.
In the only official published study, from a different study, 26% of men are growers.
26% of men are growers.
Okay.
Damn. That's 74 for the shower camp.
That's surprising.
I'd love to know, like, how much do you have to grow?
Now, also, hold on a second. Self-reported.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to say, there's probably a lot of guys who are like, no, it gets bigger. So,
No, we can't.
no, please.
How much is too much dick? I think if you are uncomfortable with it and maybe in pain or something, and it's personal. It's your personal dick meter. If it's too full, it's got to go.
It's also very strange. I'm not sure what you're asking. I'm not sure if you're saying,
Or is it for the guy?
is it,
Or like for the dick owner?
oh, like how much would be too much dick for me? Whatever ruins my pants, man. Like if I can't fit into my pants anymore, I don't want it.
I don't know if it's true, but the rumors that the guy with the biggest dick would pass out if he got a boner, that's too much dick.
That's too much dick.
Right? Like, that's like Satan cursed you with like, oh, you want the biggest dick? You'll never use it. You'll be
That's like
unconscious.
somebody got their hand on a genie lamp and was just like, I want the biggest dick in the world. It's
and
like,
then when you turned
idiot.
around, the genie was like,
yeah, fuck you.
what about girth? Same deal. If you pass out because you're getting a boner because you're so girthy, or if you can't have sex that's pleasurable for you or your partner, that's probably too much girth.
Now let's flip it.
Now it's going
Put
inside.
your thing down and reverse it. Yeah. No, it's like what if this is a lady asking about like how much dick is like
Same question. It's like if you're uncomfortable, I guess it's too much.
and
it's not working for you.
Hey, maybe spend a little bit more time arousing foreplay.
Yeah, that can help.
because the
Or
vaginal
more lube.
the vaginal canal is a wonderful thing. It does crazy things.
It can pop out bigger things than a dick. Let me tell you that.
It puts a baby out. So
Unless your dick's the size of a pretty big baby. That's ttoo much dick. Is that going to be our new segment? That's too much dick?
Yeah, I don't like that one bit.
Yeah, I don't know why in my brain it's not just the size, it's also the shape of it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'm thinking...
Horrifying.
I'm picturing like a Cabbage Patch doll.
Yeah, it's
like,
fucking absolutely horrifying.
Yeah, I fucking hate it. We were doing trivia earlier, and there's a very scary movie clip.
Yeah, and now this is scary.
I think this has now replaced that clip. When is a smelly crotch too smelly? Like, in a bad way?
Not too smelly in a good way. Thank you for clarifying.
It can be too smelly in a good way, I guess.
Can't be if it's too.
If it's too anything, it's bad.
Exactly.
Right? That's how words work.
Again, that's going to be a personal issue because I think you can reach just a general level of filth that's going to be bad for most people.
And then you have to have a shower, and then you can't have sex.
And then you can't have sex. It's crazy. I guess we didn't explain this. This podcast is trying to solve the age-old question. How do we have sex if we have to shower but we can't when we're clean? We don't know. We've been trying to figure it out for 6 fucking years, but I would love to have sex one day. So if you guys have an answer...
If you got suggestions for us...
Get a dirty dick.
So I think if the odor is too strong to bear from any position, I think that's too bad.
That's way too bad.
That's too bad, right?
Yeah.
I think if you're in missionary and standing,
and you can...
And I get a whiff,
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
I think if it's like...
I'll give you the finger to your face at that point. I wouldn't. I'd be nice
I think
about it.
just everyone should keep a general level of hygiene going. Don't do like a Gwyneth Paltrow goop and shove things up there that shouldn't be up there. There are pretty easy ways to keep yourself clean.
We don't have a lot. We don't like to deal in extremes on the show because every case is different, every question is different, every person is different.
But goop never.
We like to say, if Gwyneth Paltrow tells you to do something, don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
Just run.
Don't listen to Gwyneth Paltrow. Also, there's another part to the question. It says, also, how can you tell when a guy is circumcised?
No foreskin.
There's no foreskin.
There's no foreskin.
Yeah.
That's that's so obvious that it is scaring me that I got it wrong. It's like when they were like, "Where's vodka from?"
Don't worry. We've got another chance at this because this question is also, how can you tell if a man is circumcised?
No foreskin.
That's okay.
We got to move on.
No, it's okay. I'm going to tell you a secret. And guys, I'm really sorry. I know that when we take sort of our pledge that we're told not to divulge this information, but if you want to know if a guy is circumcised, you got to kill a bear. You got to drag it out to the woods under the full moon in October. Bury it. Put the bear in the ground. Squeeze an orange on top of it. Listen closely as the wind tickles your ear. And it'll whisper, "Cut." That's how you know.
I shouldn't be speechless at my own podcast, but that's going to be the show. No. So hear me out.
I think I'm done. I think I'm tapped out.
Oh, you're done? You finished?
Yeah.
That was a lot for you. Hear me out. When you are literally under the gun, what is a surefire way to know if someone is circumcised? Okay, guys. No foreskin. Get a bear. Go to the woods. Kill the bear. Bury the bear. Orange. Bury it. Wind.
October, full moon.
October, full moon. Listen, winds. Would you rather have to watch your parents have sex every single night for the rest of your life or join them once to make it stop? Who did this? Who did this?
The best thing is, we could use this audio. Like, I could pretend that we showed like a clip of us just beating the shit out of like a kitten or something.
No, you want to know what the actual best part is? Someone has crossed out a question and put this on. But the original question, and this is like the best thing I've seen all day, is, do you all give group discounts? I have a bunch of friends who would be interested in coming to camp. Who did this? That was not what these were for. Are they? Wait, are we talking about their parents or
we'll
my
fuck
parents?
your parents. Don't you worry about that. I will fuck your parents every night.
Okay, look, when it says join them, can I just be the camera person or something? It's gonna suck, but it's basically gonna be the same as watching them.
Can I be Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies and just smoke a cigarette? No, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think, who does that in True Lies. Never mind. Look, I made a lot of movie references tonight. Got one wrong. Fuck you guys.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Does the cook chair count? Because, sure. I don't know. It's gonna suck either way.
We're not going to answer this question. This is something for you guys to take home with.
Yeah, this is your homework.
Hold on. I want you guys to think about this. Because you've asked us a lot of questions. I'm going to ask you one. And I want you to think about this really hard. Can you cuck your own father? Next question, please. No. Just think about it, guys.
Did you ask for the next question, even though it's your turn?
Yeah.
That's cool.
How? Oh, hey, this is a good question. This isn't about foreskin. How has doing this podcast changed how you are intimate with your partners? That's a good question.
This is a good question. Who did this one?
Don't ask them.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. You get clapped. The other ones,
we're like, the questions are anonymous.
Hey,
we get one good one. We're like, who is it?
It's a question they can choose to. No, it's a great one. I find it is very good because it's always easier to give advice than it is to take it. But it's really hard to give advice and then be a hypocrite. So if I tell someone, oh, you got to be, you'll be communicative. You got to do all this shit. And then I go home and I get in an argument with my partner or something. I can't then be like, fuck you. I got to be like, you know what?
I read with the old double things.
Yeah. I read a question and I was like, hey, don't be a dick when you're in the wrong. Do this. Or if you have a problem with a sexual thing, you bring it up and you be kind and all this stuff. So it's I would do a lot of it anyway, but doing the podcast really makes me try to practice what I preach even more. So
yeah, it's weird for me because I was in a relationship when we started the podcast, and then me and that partner broke up. And towards the end of the relationship, when we would have a little bit more arguments and things were a little more tense, anytime I tried to nice. Anytime I try to have a real conversation with them, they would be like, "Don't podcast me right now." And I was like, "You mean talk?"
Well, I kind of get it because I was also there interjecting. I just pop out from behind the couch and be like, it's like that time when the bear was at, yeah.
And we kind of felt like we were obligated to have a couple jokes in there as well. I understand it wasn't great.
Yeah.
But I was single for a bit, which is an interesting time in my life, doing a sex and dating advice podcast while keeping that a dirty little secret from everyone. Because last thing you want to do is go on a date with a guy who has a podcast, and it's worse when that podcast is about sex and dating.
Also, your ex's dad was on our Patreon, so it would be weird if we were dumped her. Yeah,
the amount of money I fleeced out of her dad on Patreon. Whew.
Thank you.
I cucked her dad. That's not what that means. But so the partner I'm dating now, I was very protective about them not kind of listening to the podcast until we hung out. And then when we finally hung out and I was like, okay, you're cool, you can listen to the show now that you've met me and you have a better sense of who I am and not just a persona on a podcast. They then listened to the entire fucking show.
They listened to 200, and this is a good thing. She's amazing.
She's
but
incredible,
they listened to 210 episodes in a very short amount of time. So when I met this person for the first time, they were like, I've heard 200 hours of your voice. And I was like, oh no, that's a really weird situation for me to be in.
And we say, I don't know if you've noticed this, some pretty crazy shit.
Some weird shit.
We say some weird shit. And it's weird to go on dates with someone who's heard me talking about fucking your dad for dominance and shit. It's just it's a weird position to be in. So it's been strange, but it's been fun because it's nice to my current partner knows probably more about my sexual history than any other partner because she's listened to the show.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool because she knows, and we also get vulnerable at times and talk about our insecurities and stuff. So she knows, she kind of front loaded. She kind of got the Wikipedia page on me and is kind of speed running our relationship a little bit in terms of getting to know me. So it's great, and it's been very, very enjoyable to do that.
Yeah, I feel with some partners it wouldn't have been I don't think anyone's like, hell yeah, my boyfriend does a sex and dating advice podcast. He's going to talk about his dick on air. But they're both great and very supportive, and that's awesome. So, yeah.
Thanks.
The person who wrote this has the coolest fucking handwriting, and it looks like it's printed, and I love it.
Yeah, your writing should be a font.
Who did that? No. I've been single for almost 10 years and want to date, but don't want to do online dating. How can I meet someone organically?
I mean, there's a pretty cool thing that you can do. Like, it's usually on weekends where you go up to camp and meet just a bunch of, like, random people, and you kind of, like, lower your inhibitions, you drink, you dance.
Wait, is that the place with the really cool people? Okay. And the really cool activity. Like, you could build a fucking rocket with someone in the sunshine, and then, like, when someone's like, oh, how did you meet? You'd be like, Missile Dick.
Yeah. Oh, what's your story?
Missile Dick.
What's your story? Oh, we sent Missile Dick to the fucking moon.
Yeah. We don't know if Missile Dick is still in the air, people. Touchdown, I don't know.
It's still in a tree, I think.
Camp is a great way to do it. I think, like, the good thing about being single is you have a little bit more time to spend on yourself, so you can do both. You can spend time doing the things you want to do and building yourself up and making yourself happy while meeting other people. And that's by, getting a hobby, doing a class, like finding a thing that you love. And I don't mean pick a class you think people will be there at that you'll hook up with or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you've always wanted to fucking go knitting or play D&D or go kickboxing or something, you go do that thing. Because worst case, there aren't people you want to date there, but you're going to be happier, more fulfilled, out more, meet new people, make friends. And those are all great ways to find someone to date.
I've got a best friend who's got a single cute roommate, and it's like it's all interconnected, right?
I go out for a fucking beer with that new best friend, and then we're knitting girls out in the town, or fucking D&D boys, or knitting boys, or D&D girls, or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Everybody.
Whatever it is. That's, I think, the most important thing to do when you're looking to intentionally date is to try not to date. Like, the second you start trying to do a thing, especially dating, is when, and we talk about it all the time, it's like, you start putting the fucking round peg through the square hole just because you can make it fit doesn't mean that's where it's supposed to go.
Yeah, and like if you go out on a night out and your focus is, I gotta find somebody, I gotta fucking, like, they're gonna smell it off you, and they're gonna be a little scared.
Yeah.
And you're probably not gonna be you either, because you're not enjoying yourself. And when someone's enjoying themselves, they're fun to be around. If you're just like, could it be you? That's,
I mean, Think about it like when you're hungry, the only thing you want is food, right? So it's like you're not like, hunger is a real thing, and I think
for me, for sure,
I think loneliness has that sort of same effect on people, where they start sort of like watering down who they are to make themselves more palatable to the wrong option.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really bad thing that we do, especially as men.
For sure.
We don't get. It's very rare that men get a chance to have like a platonic, emotionally satisfying relationship. They almost always come in a romantic sense or a sexual sense.
Also, almost every single advice for men out there is like, lie, don't be you. Come up with this. Here's this 8 list of things every man should say. Like, it's like, what? No.
Yeah, and it's like, so then it's like, okay, great, you got laid, but she
probably
fucked the person that isn't you.
Yeah.
So it's like, great, your weird alter ego has gotten laid.
Yeah, and you also probably didn't enjoy it because that whole time you were like, wait, what was my story? How much football did I like? Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like literally we get people all the time being like, I intentionally make my voice deeper when I'm out. And it's like, no one's having fun when they're like, yeah, Stacy, I love man stuff and bears. So
Sorry, I just got to go do my prescribed push-ups. So don't do that. And good luck. I really want to stress, don't make yourself less of who you are to fit into someone else's expectations. Fuck
and
that
like
shit.
Look for the person, not the relationship. Because if you're just like, I need a boyfriend or I need a girlfriend or whatever, you're going to grab at the options that become available. Whereas if you're like, oh, I want someone who's going to fulfill me and be nice, and that's when you find the good relationship.
Yeah, I mean,
and have fun. Like, that's
I was in my past relationship for 7 years, and when we broke up, I was like, "Oh, I'm not doing this again for a while. This is gonna be good. I'm gonna have a great time." And then, like a year and 2 months later, I'm living with a partner and deeply and madly
They
in
fucking
love.
rock.
Yeah. So it's like it's weird. It's like I certainly was not looking for that, and it just kind of happened. And it was like you come to recognize important people and good opportunities, and you take them. So like. Don't look for dates. Don't look for a boyfriend. Don't look for a partner. Embrace yourself. Invest in the meaningful relationships that you do have. Your platonic friends, your parents, your family, whatever. Invest in those things, and those will pay dividends far better than finding someone at a bar for one night.
Yeah.
I feel like this is kind of a fucking kick-ass question to pull at this point.
Was it you?
What makes you guys qualified to answer your questions?
Shit, they found out we're frauds. Run! So that is a really good question.
It is. It's a great question.
I guess we didn't say it today, but we say it often, and we definitely start our very first episode saying it. We are not professionals. We are not, therapists, doctors, and a lot of the time our advice is, hey, go see a doctor. It shouldn't be that color. Or, see a therapist. You keep flipping off your fucking husband in the mirror. But I think it's a weird question because it's really hard to self-qualify. I think when we started the podcast, a lot of people had told us to do it because we worked in bars and would end up being in situations and being with people and being around people and giving advice and generally just getting a good response. And do you know how few people are asked to start a podcast? Most people, it's like, don't, please.
Do you know how many people are like, hey, white guys, you know what you guys really need to do? I told the story, and I'm not going to tell it right now because it's long and we've talked about it a bunch on the podcast, but I told some people, at the end of the day, we recognized there was a gap in male voices that were amplifying the struggles of predominantly women who and female presenting folk who have been struggling for a very long time and have been sort of shouting from the rooftops various messages, and then they only get so far because there isn't a chorus of men who are people in positions of privilege and power of carrying that message closer to where it needs to go.
No, the complete fucking opposite. Most male-led sex and dating advice shit is absolute harrowing trash.
Yeah.
If you see the seduction subreddit, just don't ever look at that. It's horrifying. Fucking Andrew Tate, fuck that dude. Thank you.
Yeah, there it is.
Garbage piece of shit. So that's kind of what the field is. And there are some great female or female presenting led podcasts and gay man out there doing just a lot of other stuff. And then the straight men are fucking dropping the ball.
Yeah, we're just kind of being we agree. And it's that's
a little quieter though. We agree. Promise. Yeah.
And it's just not enough.
Yeah. So to be qualified in that way is even if we just lend a little bit of positivity, I think that's pretty good. But then we also won a bunch of awards. So. Yeah, we did. So yeah, the good thing is now I can point to that and be yay. Because it was always a fun thing, if someone's oh, what are you doing? Or if you get in a chat when you bring up your podcast and you see the light go out in someone's eyes, especially if you're yeah, my sex and dating advice, they're God fucking damn it, no. So, trying to be no, I promise, it's good. It's yeah, I would say that, wouldn't I? But if I can point, if I can point on an award and be other people think it too, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And before I just want to make one more point on that guy. And it's that we have a lot of incredible women in our lives, and a lot of the things that we've learned, especially on this topic, is from those incredible women. Yeah. And it's a lot of life advice and a lot of things that I think a lot of people tend to reject, especially men, especially straight men. So it's a lot of stuff that has been internalized and learned, and mostly also at the cost of deprogramming and unlearning and sort of retraining our bodies and minds to think differently. And that is in part by our strong female friends, our strong LGBT plus Q friends. They're all incredible people that we have learned a lot from, and we we work very hard to protect and keep safe.
Yeah, and we also do keep like a pretty open like conversation going with our audience. So, you know, there have been times if we don't fully cover a topic or say something in any way wrong, like we're willing to be like, oh yeah, for sure. And like people are really cool to reach out and let us know if that happens, or conversely to be like, hey, thank you. Thanks for saying that. Thanks for having that guest on. Thanks for doing whatever. So, you know, we try to keep it going.
Yeah, it's a conversation. We're going to be wrong eventually. And
Or
we're happy.
Even.
Yeah, and we're happy
I'm not
to
sure
admit
the
that.
bear thing he said earlier was true, but
Yeah. I made that up.
how can you tell if a boy has a turtleneck, i.e. his weenie has a cover? Who did this?
Okay, I've got one more.
Why aren't you sure? Did they do a half job? His foreskin's a grower?
Final question from the audience. And then I have a little game we're going to play real quick.
Ooh.
Which is audience participation.
Whoa.
Because you guys have been so
You guys are
silenced.
amazing.
Yeah. How do you know if a guy's little mushroom has a turtleneck or not? Great, thank you.
God fucking damn it.
Hey, friends, if these are real questions, if you actually are not sure, please approach me.
We will take you behind the dance hall and show you each of our dicks.
Yeah.
We won't
We
do
kind of
that.
got the one of each
You
happening.
maybe.
And
And you can fill out the form at the end to guess which one's which.
yeah. That's the thing, is like maybe the question isn't, oh no.
Oh no.
Maybe the question isn't like, how do I know if they're circumcised or not? Maybe they don't know what circumcised is.
Yeah, that's
Right?
why
Like,
you explained
maybe
it.
maybe
What
they're
if
not-
they don't know if they're circumcised or not?
They're just like staring down at it and like,
What is this?
what is girth?
What is girth?
Okay, I've got a game. And the way this is going to work, don't you fucking dare look at my phone.
I'm gonna look at these beautiful people.
I will feed you to the bear in the
yeah.
woods if you look.
He's right there.
Oh shit. Okay,
Hell
never
yeah.
mind. This just in. Anonymous. Everyone close your eyes.
Close your eyes and hate yourself once or twice, and then see if it goes away.
Look, I don't think we're remembering this night.
It's
Regardless.
about a fucking fort. No, it's not. What is the biggest misunderstanding / misconception in dating that needs to be clarified?
I had this conversation with someone, with some lovely folk last night. I think the biggest problem these days is boundary setting. And like they were asking me, it's like, oh, how does a fuck buddy stay a fuck buddy? And there's really no way of like, you can't control another person's feeling. You can't control your feelings. Like there's nothing you can do to like lock that in and it's never going to change. However, I think a lot of people, one, don't really have that conversation of like putting your cards on your table and being like, hey, I'm not looking for anything serious right now.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for something casual, specifically mostly sexual. Maybe we'll grab a drink beforehand or whatever, but it's going to be very casual. I'm not looking for anything romantic. I'm not looking for anything committed. And I think that people are worried that that's going to scare people away. That people don't want to hear that. And I think that's dumb, because if that's what you want, it's going to be what ends up happening anyway.
Yes.
And then you've just wasted everyone's time. So I think it's important to sort of like put your cards on the table immediately. But
Communication is key.
I think the problem nowadays, the biggest sort of misunderstanding, is the fact that like, just because you've done it once doesn't mean fucking anything, because things change. Relationships
Yes.
change. Dynamics change.
Yeah.
People's circumstances change. And like,
People's circumcisions change? Oh my God.
and so like, just because when you guys met 2 months ago, you were both like, yeah, I want to be casual. If you're a fucking kick-ass person and this person has become enamored with you and has started catching feelings, it's the responsibility of both people to kind of like check in.
Yeah.
And if you start like feeling like they are catching feelings, it's just as much of your responsibility to be like, hey, look, I think we need to talk. I think we need to like kind of check in just really quick and just be like, how are you feeling about the relationship? Here's where I am at.
Yeah.
And don't, for the love of fucking
Never.
God. Don't.
Please.
Hey, listen, if you take anything away from this,
Yeah, write this down. Everyone.
Write this down.
Scrape
Everyone-
it into your arm.
everyone, write this down. Yeah. Never ask someone, say it with me, what are we?
Don't
Don't do
do
it.
it. Don't
Don't fucking do it.
Because if you're asking that question, you have something in mind. You either want them to say, I want to be more, or you want them to be like, oh, don't worry, we're still casual. So say it.
Yeah.
Say what you want, and then they can meet you on that field of honesty, and it's going to be fucking good for everybody.
You're asking a question that is actually a statement that you want to make.
Yes.
You want to say, I don't want this to change, or I want this to change.
Yes.
But
Meanwhile-
you've been like, no, it's your choice. Deal with it.
And they're going, shit, what do they want me to say?
Yeah.
Like, they might be like, damn, I like them, but I don't want to scare them away, so I'm going to say casual, and then you're both fucking miserable.
Yeah,
Or
and
like...
and then you're like, I'm just going to guess what I think is the answer as opposed to giving an honest answer. No.
Yeah.
Just have the fucking courage and the respect and the courtesy to be upfront with
And it's
people.
good for you, too. That's the best part.
It's great for you.
Yeah, fucking win-win. I will say one of the biggest misunderstandings, misconceptions on the male side of shit is that dating is like, do these 3 things. Women are these 2 things. No, that's not how life fucking works. Women aren't like, oh, you're on level 5, you go up, down, left, right. No, it's not a cheat code. It's not a... And I hate seeing these step-by-step guides. And I know people do it because they're assholes, and also because it's a lot easier to market a plan of like, do 5 things, as opposed to us, which is like, hey, it's fucking gray area, man. You got to be chill. And it's like, no one wants to hear
It's fucking
that.
brain jazz.
Right?
Like, figure it out.
Yeah. No one wants to hear that because that's hard, but that's what dating is, and it's also great. And people aren't just 4 fucking steps, and the more you do that, the more the person doing it looks like an asshole and then gets bitter when they get rejected.
Yeah.
Or you're just devaluing people into these 4 fucking things, and you suck. So don't do it.
Also, I'm just going to throw this one in real quick. I think a lot of people don't understand what circumcision is.
Why do you think that?
Just a feeling.
Just a feeling?
Just a feeling that I get on what may or may not be my foreskin. Still not sure. Okay, here's my game. And ultimately, because this is our show, fuck you guys.
We love you so much.
We love you guys.
Thank you.
Niall is going to guess, but you guys can help in this decision
Please.
making.
I don't know what it is, but please.
Hell
yeah. Well, you're here, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm going to read a small segment of a dating profile.
Okay.
And you're going to have to guess if it was a man or a woman.
Okay. Now, no non-binary folk in there? No...
Not in terms of what I came across.
Okay.
There was no indication of such. I'm so scared. Yeah, this is... Hey, let me tell you, I went through these profiles.
Yeah, are they confused about circumcision? Is that...
So the first clue, the first clip, the first quote.
So wait, just the clip?
This is just a clip, just to see how it feels.
Yeah.
You deserve good things, and I want to be one of them.
I'm thinking man. I'm hoping woman.
What a bad way to answer that question.
It's man.
Man? It is a woman.
Oh, hell yeah. I love being an optimist.
Yeah.
That's great.
If you don't have traditional values, swipe left.
I think it's a woman.
What do we think?
What do we think?
We're just getting thumbs down.
Conservative. No. I think it's a woman.
This is a man.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I tricked you on that one.
Yeah.
The full profile, if you don't have traditional values, swipe left. If you don't have a job, swipe left. If you don't have morals, swipe left. If you have kids, swipe left.
Fucking winner right there.
Nice. This one, I know you're just here for the titties, and I'm okay with that.
Man for sure. It's a man for sure. Thinking it's a man, hoping it's a man.
It's a man.
Yes.
Yeah.
We fucking did it. Sherlock's out here. Yeah, this was sent into us from the audience.
This is just a snippet of a profile. My ideal partner is a single parent, or at least you will be when I abandon you.
I'm gonna say woman. I'm gonna go contrary to what it might seem. Because that's kind of funny if it's...
All right, I'm going to round of applause if you think it's a man. Round of applause if you think it's a woman. No, that's my boy doing the man side proud. The full profile is, I don't really care about you or the kid we'll eventually have.
Damn.
I already have several kids, and I will be having more to ensure my bloodline remains strong.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, that's a very concise way to say you suck the most.
I would love to know if this guy's ever gotten a match in his life. I assume, anytime I get profiles like this, I assume it is the partner of who's recently been scorned, has gotten a hold.
I fucking hope so.
Right? Like,
I fucking hope so.
And it's like, fuck this guy.
She got her like 8 kids, and she's like, hold on, I gotta fuck over daddy.
There's no way of knowing.
We gotta ask the bear later. Well, we can never know.
Okay. Respect me. Only anal. About me, I'm tall, dark, and handsome. Love long walks on the beach and Netflix.
I feel like you're fucking with me. I'm going woman.
Man, round of applause. Woman. Okay, that's a pretty even smattering. This is a lady.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
My kids come first. No hookups. I'm on Tinder in hopes of meeting my soulmate. And then 3 barfing emojis, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
OMG, check out my tits. Hot girl summer, am I right? Respect me only about anal. I'm a tall, dark, hands, blah, 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 blah. Looking for my Prince Charming? If you don't like a thick and curvy, keep swiping, honey. My couch pulls out, but I don't.
It's really wild to be like, hey, no hookups. Anal only, I never pull out.
If you expect me to take someone I met on Tinder to my mother, you're mistaken. I'm an asshole. Proceed with caution, raw dog.
Damn, what the fuck?
It literally sounds like...
It's possible.
There's a very good chance this is an AI profile.
Yeah, this is Google's new Chad AI.
This is like a Siamese twin or like a conjoined twin, just man and female passing the phone back and forth, being like,
my kids come first, anal only. There are 2 people inside of you.
Yeah, this is... Okay, so I'm going to... There's a couple of here where I'm going to censor a word because it makes it very obvious who it is.
Okay.
Been described as a manipulative, lying, cheating, stealing, blank.
Damn!
Well, we found the person who edited this profile.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, boy. Hey, I'm just going to give you... Yeah, it was a woman. Yeah, you got it.
Damn.
Now, I'm kind of stepping on your toes here a little bit.
How fucking dare you?
Your dimpled skin. As my breath sweeps across your soft folds, my fingers pulling your back. As your skin is immediately chilled and excited, rising as it tingles, I take a deep breath, inhaling your sweet scent. It brings a low moan of delight to my hungry mouth.
Hungry mouth?
I lick my lips as I savored your scent. Another deep draw and my mouth is watering. I can't wait to have you, my tongue enjoying you.
Yeah, I think that's some barf emojis. Everyone's shivering, and it's not because of the cold. It's also not because of the horny either. I'm pretty sure. A little bit.
I could read it again if anyone wants.
Read it slower. I'm gonna say it's a guy because I'm gonna say it's a guy. It's probably not because I think you're fucking with me, but men are very good at writing terrible shit like that.
So the most incredible thing about all this was, out of all the profiles I pulled, I've never had a more clear definition. This one says specifically, straight man. Yeah, dude, we know.
Yeah, we figured it out.
Yeah. We get it. Okay, I think this is my last one. Yeah, this is my last one. Nudes are overrated. Send me a video of you reading out loud so I know you're not fucking stupid.
I think it's a guy.
All right, who thinks it's a guy?
Don't clap. Yeah. Boo if you think it's a guy.
It's tough. It's a tough one to ask for, guys. Who thinks it's a lady? The ladies have it.
Ew, okay, all right.
The rest I have are just so fucking obvious. If you support vaccines, woke, or pronouns, I will call you a retarded sheep.
No.
Gee, I wonder who that could be. I wonder.
Tinder time?
I think it's Tinder time.
25, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Or one more question.
Let's do
I
one
got
more
so
question. Do you
many.
guys want one more question? Okay, we'll do one more question. For you.
For you.
This is work for us, by the way.
Yeah, this is a drag.
It's like looking at someone who just built a house and be like, another one, please.
This is by Unlikely Strategy 596. Girl I took on a date thinks I'm involved in crime? I met this girl in a brand new city. She was really cute and my type. I was very honest and said I was into her and wanted to take her out. She said yes. Took her to a nice place at the heart of the city. She did raise some questions about what I do for work, and I told her I do business in Eastern Europe. You know, Romania, Russia, Ukraine, etc. Very vague. She got a little off guard as to why those countries, but I reassured her it was just commodities movement into North America. Next thing was, I only paid cash. It was a large sum of cash. I was carrying US currency. I'm located in Canada, so it's what I had on me, and I did lose my credit card. She seemed to like me, but was skeptical. She seemed to be attracted to it and made comments about me being a gangster due to having business all the way from Eastern Europe. As someone who was not from there, she commented about my Rolex. I was also wearing a suit. Another thing is, I'm early 20s. My question is, should I have gone into more detail, or is this totally out of proportion?
Oh, there's more details there. I did show up a little early with a briefcase and handed it off to the waiter, where he gave me an envelope of cash.
Which I ate and then pulled my gun out.
Yeah. Then proceeded to clean my AK-47 on the table. Just, yeah, I mean, like, dude, you gotta know.
You gotta know.
You gotta fucking know. And, like, I understand it's your fucking job, right? Like, times are tough. But
Are they? He has a fucking Rolex.
okay, what I'm saying is,
Commodities movement? That's nothing.
look, regardless of whether
That's not a thing.
regardless of this man is fucking like dogs of warring it or not, you've got to recognize it, right? Like you have to like look at the
War dogs?
like I was War Dogs. Is that
War Dogs?
Dogs of War? War
Gears
Dogs?
of War is what you're thinking.
Look, two movie references now. All right, guys, I think I'm still batting pretty good.
Update the counter.
Yeah. Again, like I was aware of the fact that I was a white straight man with a sex and dating advice podcast. I made sure that when I was dating, that was a part of it was in my back pocket, right? Like I knew that was ammunition to be used against me. If you're a guy in your 20s paying large fucking sums of money.
The wrong currency, let's be fucking fair as well.
Like also, like why are you going on a date with someone if you're from Canada in the US? Like what?
No, other way around. He's in Canada with only US dollars.
Oh.
It's a bad call.
Yeah, that's
You're, like,
never okay.
You're a douchebag, man. I'm sorry. Also, like, if you're even telling us in the fucking question, I work like here and there, very vague. Don't keep it vague, and maybe that'll be fucking better. If you're like, I do things in places. Here's my Rolex. I'm 21.
Yeah, I move things from one place to another. What was it to you?
Let's just say Eastern Europe, wink.
Wink.
It's like, yeah, dude, that's criminal talk.
Yeah, some of the things I move might kill people. Wink.
It's not drugs, wink.
Again, you have to know, and if this is your actual circumstances, if you have just stumbled into a sort of like hilariously bad job in terms of optics,
Yeah, that's fucking funny, and you should know that.
know that
That's power. That's ammunition in your back pocket in a good way.
and use it.
Your social AK-47, that'll fucking do you well tonight.
Invade her heart with your commodity of knowledge. Just
Bust right in. Yeah. All right. We're coming to the end, which
Yeah.
means it is Tinder time. Dane kind of brought us a little soft taste, a little...
An amuse-bouche.
On the amuse-bouche of Tinder. But here's how it's
That's
going to work.
French for you Americans.
Oh, damn. Damn. Jesus Christ.
I've had 2 drinks.
I don't know this guy. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to read out a profile. You are all going to go, woo, if you like it, or boo, if you don't like it. Dane will then rate it. We'll have a great time. I'm going to start with this. So this is and we have a few from people in this very camp. And I won't tell you which ones are which, but I hope you can guess. This is a Hinge prompt. My BFF's take on why you should date me. Blank will provide baked goods and bomb dinners to those above 6 feet tall. She will talk to you about the most random fun facts for those with good banter. Lauren overall brings the cozy vibes for those interested. 10 out of 10, girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lackluster boo works because
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
it's not ultra shit. But like the height thing, bad. Also just like I don't love the whole this is what my friend thinks wink. It's you. We know it's fucking you.
Well, I think that is a prompt, right? That is one
Well,
of
it's
the...
a shit fucking prompt.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Before let's do a quick
You can
question.
change them.
There was
Exactly.
Yeah. They chose to. Oh, hey, let me tell you. There's a long history on this show of people picking a prompt that they clearly did not understand.
Yeah. My favorite is the
It's like the deal breaker one.
No,
is,
like the thing you should know about me is you don't know me. What are you doing? Why are you
number one-
fighting with the prompt? One of my favorites.
the number one thing you should know about me. Ask me. We just fucking did.
You asked yourself and failed.
Yeah, you don't even want to answer your own question. Why do I care?
What's the
Hold
rating?
on.
What's the rating? 10 out of 10 girl? That's what they say.
Who can argue with that then? No, that's.
We.
I'm going to
It's our
give it.
job.
Look, I'm going to give it a 2,
Okay.
and I'll tell you why. There's always racists,
Yes. Yeah.
right? I want to leave a little bit of racist wiggle room.
Like some
The racist bottom, yeah.
Unless you break through some barriers, we really can't put you below a 2 or a 3.
I did fuck up a little bit. We have a question that I missed because it was
Oh my
sent in
God.
through
Okay.
electronic means.
Hit it.
Question: how would you deal with a roommate who keeps flirting?
Okay. I've been there.
No, I was the roommate.
Dane was the other roommate.
I was the...
You start a podcast, it kills all sexual tension.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Guys, it just made it more sexually tense, I'm telling you. No
We're
one
rock
laughed
hard
at that.
over
Everyone
here.
was just like, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we get it. Yeah.
There are a lot of things at play here. 1, how long are you going to live there for? 2, how much do you want to move?
3, how much is rent?
How much is rent? Like, is it a good place? Is it good rent? Are they a good roommate? Because I'm going to tell you, it's probably not worth it. I've been there. It was fun. I was lucky it was a very short-term lease, and I could move on, and they were cool, and it was all good. But it doesn't usually end that way.
Very rarely does, like, fucking your roommate, fucking your coworker, fucking your
Boss,
neighbor.
Neighbor,
Yeah,
boss,
that
best
usually goes
friend.
pretty good, right?
It went well for me. For a while.
There it is. Yeah, like usually there's a term that a lot of people use, and it's you don't shit where you eat. I don't know why people are shitting on the people they're sleeping with, but I'm not here to yuck anyone's yums. But I think it's important to be like, these are spheres that shouldn't be fucked by my penis. And it's like home life, work life. I think I shouldn't really...
Well, they can. You just, if you're going to do it, you need to know what you're getting into and willingly and consciously take that risk, knowing the pros and cons and being respectful. Because also, are you sure they're flirting? Are they just a nice person?
Yeah.
You got to be really clear before you just fucking bust out your... Exactly. No one can tell. We don't know. Yeah. Nobody fucking knows.
No way of knowing.
That's the worst part. So, step one, you got to be careful. Step two, you got to know what you're getting into and be willing for it to go south. And that's, yeah.
I was about to... Sorry, guys.
Dude, stop getting distracted.
There's
by
a bug
fucking
like
fluff.
breakdancing on the floor over there, and I thought it was flipped over,
It's
but
two
it's
things boning.
It's just
They're
it's just
fucking,
chilling.
and I don't blame them given how
just-
sexy this show is.
It's just doing its thing. I was worried it was dying.
And you were gonna kill it?
No, I was gonna get a paper under it and go whoop,
Okay,
get it airborne again.
back to Tinder.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking start firing these at you real quick.
Real
I
fucking
bet you
fast.
can't is the prompt. Twist your feet like I can, a full 180 degrees.
Oh, they got eagle head feet.
Evil head feet, yeah.
No, eagle.
Oh.
'Cause
Also
eagles-
evil because, people are possessed.
Yeah. Hey, when we were talking about how to approach men, don't
do that.
Don't do it with your feet backwards, because that's pretty fucked up. I'm sorry, I've made this whole show about this bug now, and it's the worst thing I've ever done in my career. No, it's so good.
Sometimes I hate that the camera's facing this way. Woos or booze, guys, for the twisty feet?
Not into the twisty
We got some
feet.
I means. I don't know, there's some foot freaks out there.
Yeah. Hey, look. I'm sure Quentin Tarantino would love her.
That's actually their name. No. This is a two-parter. If you're 5'8" or above height, good sense of humor, and guts to tell world about me after 2 years, and if you have walk-in closet, then I am already yours. And the second part, a fun fact I'm obsessed with, walk-in closet.
we're not
playing that game anymore.
guessing that.
But yes.
It is a lady. Hey girl, let me just tell you this. My walk-in closet's a podcast studio.
Yeah. That's where we record, in a very small, hot closet.
You
Oh, you
it
fucking don't
gets
even know.
hot.
We got attacked by a bee a month ago, and it's on audio.
Am I just like a bug whisperer?
Dane, on task. Okay, booze or woos? Damn, they hate walk-in closets.
Fucking hate them. Can't stand those things. Okay, hold on.
I'm gonna hit you with my last one, then you can hit me with your one.
Okay.
This is their profile picture, because we will talk about occasionally if it's, pertinent. It's a man. He is wearing a cowboy hat. He has a handful of grass. He is posing next to a cow that is trying to make its way around his head to eat said grass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So already we got a tentative woo. His profile says, I keep 20 heifers satisfied on a daily basis. Looking to make that 21.
This is good.
It's pretty good.
It's powerful. The problem, like,
heifers is a weird term, but you know what?
I'm never a fan of
People are enjoying the joke, so I think, fuck yeah, dude.
yeah. I think there's enough humor in this that
And it's a cute fucking cow. And
It
he's
is
got 19 more.
yeah. That's pretty cool. That's pretty fucking cool. And it's hard for me as a born and raised feminist to applaud anyone that refers to women as animals. So I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna give it right down the middle. It's a funny joke. Don't love the misogyny. Let's find a way to. He could have said ladies. I keep 21 ladies,
Okay, yeah.
Please, satisfied.
That's fair.
Cows are not men.
Damn, Dane got really aggressive on that one. All right, hit me with yours.
Yeah, which are...
Yeah, bulls
Yeah.
are the...
Yeah, heifers, I believe, are specifically women.
So this is our agriculture podcast.
But again-
we are your bull buddies.
Yeah, y'all are the Americans. Y'all are the... we can...
Guys, we can't devolve this close to the end.
I don't have the prompt listing for this, so I don't know what the prompt is, but...
One of us is going to eat that guy.
Rain on the window with a good book. Hot shower after workout. Lying in my hammock listening to the birds in the backyard. It's essentially... my BFF's take on why you should date me. It's essentially like having a German Shepherd. You'll feel safe, get dragged on lots of walks, and watch my face light up with genuine excitement every time you come back into the room.
I think I take back what I said about hating that prompt because that was fucking adorable.
Yeah, that's just goes to show the versatility of the prompts if you're not a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I'm looking for someone who is honest with their emotion, enjoys going on dates, doesn't mind physical affection, and ideally has something childish or silly that brings them joy.
What do we think, guys? Woo or boo? I agree. The personality, the warmth, the kindness, it's fucking great. It's also specific, which I find a lot of prompts suffer from. They're just like, I like walks. Okay, we all fucking like walks. I like books. Yeah, I like movies. Great. Fucking, what are you doing? This is good. It gives me your personality. You seem fucking lovely. We don't talk about pictures, but you're killing it. It's,
the pictures are
it's
great.
a 9.5.
I don't think it's a very good profile.
Yeah.
But I'm going to nitpick.
Yeah, do it.
Your final prompt. Someone who is honest with their intentions, easygoing, or enjoys going on dates, doesn't mind physical affection. The last last two, great. Keep those. Someone who's honest with their emotions and going on dates. You've described what everybody wants.
Yeah, it's the opposite of
no
what
one's
I
like,
said.
hey, you know what I'd love? A fucking liar who doesn't want to go
Hates
fucking
dates.
anywhere.
Never wants to fucking leave the house.
So I think you need to be more specific in that. I think get rid of honest with their intentions. I think
Yeah, no one wants
Just-
a liar.
no one and it's tough because I would be like, oh, good communicator. Yes, everyone wants that. I think there are things that we don't need to list in our dating profiles anymore, and it's like honest, chemistry, good communication, like
Someone I like
those-
who's fun.
Those are all things I'm looking for an attractive person. Yeah, of course you are. That's why you're there. I think there's a lot of stuff that we can just assume is known, toss it to the side, and if someone comes in and is like, yo, I lie like shit.
Yeah.
You'd be like, all right, well, not for me. So I think the only twist I would put is get rid of that first little bit, and then when you say you enjoy going on dates, give some example of dates that you like to go on.
Yeah.
You know, if you've already given us a lot of flavor, and I'm worried that the dessert, that last prompt, isn't as tasty as the main course.
That's a really good point. Yeah, so if you like to go on X type of dates, say that instead of likes going on dates.
Yeah.
If your dates are likes going to a fucking movie night in the park, say that, you know?
Yeah. Okay. This is my last profile, and then we're getting the fuck out of here. We're gonna do some karaoke.
Hell yeah.
I get way too excited about traveling. I love visiting new places to learn about the culture, try new foods, and explore as much as possible. My goal is to visit a new country each year. I'm gonna stop right here and be like, this is how you make a post about traveling.
Yes.
I fucking hate when people are like, I like traveling.
Yeah, that's a nothing.
Cool. What does that mean?
Who
Where?
doesn't?
To what? This is what we talk about when we talk about specificity and details, and you've told me why you like traveling, and you've given an option to be like, cool, where did you go this year?
Yeah.
Where did you go last
Yeah.
year?
Yeah.
What's the place you're looking to go to the most?
Yeah.
There's a hook. Every prompt.
And it's a fun fucking hook.
Yeah,
That's
every
the best
prompt
part.
should give someone a reason to message you, and that's a great message. That's a great hook. A non-negotiable. I will not be having babies. If you know you want to be a dad to a human child, I'm not the girl for you. Fur babies, however, are more than welcome. We'll get along if you're honest, open-minded, and genuinely care about others. You enjoy trying new things. You believe in science and equal rights. I think this is all the same thing. Bio, I'm a mid-30-something medical professional who loves to travel, try new foods, go to concerts, sing karaoke, and dominate at bar trivia.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
No kids and will not be having any, never married.
So it's funny because we do have moments of like needing more specificity or superfluous shit like open, honest, whatever. We want that. It saddens me that you have the thing, and it's not because of you, it's because we need to have like beliefs in science. I do think that's really necessary. I think it's a thing that we shouldn't have to put in, but that is essential, and it'll probably weed out the pieces of shit.
I think, like, again, I just want to go back to the, like, you're honest, open-minded, genuinely care about others. That's we all want that in our partners. Get rid of that. Try to find a little bit more flavor, a little more personality.
Also,
like one more thing, because, like, trying new things is a great thing, and believing in science and equal rights also, amazing. I think, like you said, that's a great litmus test to sort of, like, skim the fucking shit from the top of the pile. So just try to find another, like, little fun something. And I think if you're going to have in your bio that you're not looking for kids, I think you could find a more fun prompt than the non-negotiable part. I think putting it in twice is a little redundant. Yeah. And you've yes. But I think you've got like you've shown a lot of personality.
But hey, if you put it in once and it doesn't work, that's a good litmus test on whether you want to date that fucker. So
yeah, and I think that's also a great conversation to have, sort of like further into the relationship as well. And I don't mean like way further in, but I don't think it's a necessary thing to talk about like right off the bat. But you've got it included in there right off the bat, which I think is a good jumping off point. And there's there's ways to bring it up later. I think
a 9.
Yeah,
it's a fucking solid ass profile.
I really like this. Yeah. Okay, we are nearing the end of the show.
We are.
And before we get too far, I just want to say a huge thank you to Camp Halcyon.
Yes.
For having us out. This has been a fucking blast.
This has been great. You guys have been amazing.
It's been a great weekend. A big thank to Timber Tops for hosting the camp as well. I didn't think that we would get to play in a cabin theater, and this kicks ass.
Yeah.
And they've also been very, very great. I think that's kind of it.
You guys have been amazing. Thank you to all the Halcyon staff. Dave for the sound.
Also, I don't know if Dave has
been an absolute fucking hero.
Yeah,
Dave, you fucking legend.
Yeah.
From start to finish, you've been amazing.
Yeah, Dave,
I love you. So thank you.
Dave works.
Everyone's been amazing, but Dave.
Yeah.
What are we gonna sing karaoke? You're about to fucking find out.
You're gonna find out.
What aren't we gonna sing? Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Got it a little late. Love everything you do. You guys are pretty seasoned in the world of fuckery.
Yeah.
So, if you were to give like a go-to tip, when you're like in a moment where you need to know for sure.
And know for sure what?
Now hold on.
No, for sure what?
Are you comfortable coming up and asking in the microphone so we can record it? Yeah. Please. Yes, please.
You can come right into mine.
Hey. So if you needed to know for sure if somebody was like circumcised or not, what would your advice be for that?
So I love that this is like we always get the same question, and now we finally have something brand new. And like, so there's a really easy way to tell, and you get a bear.
You got to kill a bear. You drag the
bear we tried to find earlier because there's a few people I'm not sure about.
We tried to figure it out for you. The bear got away. Yeah. You chased him off with a golf cart. Good job.
Thanks. Now no one knows who's circumcised and who fucking isn't.
Now we'll never know.
I will say we do this podcast every Monday on every podcast app imaginable. If you look us up, it's probably F*CK buddies.
You can also just search like Fuck Buddies podcast. Please, for the love of fucking God, put podcast at the end of the fucking thing. You're not.
You'll get some bad songs. You won't get porn. You'll just get bad songs.
Yeah.
Our QR code was shit. Sorry, it was working like a week ago. But anyway, we love you guys. It's been amazing. Thank you, Josh Eagle and the Harvest Cities for their song "Paper Stars." And I will say we got one more bit, and everyone has to get comfortable for it because that's how it works. This is our bad sex writing segment. You got to wiggle in your seat, get a little. It's not about circumcision. I couldn't read the future. If I could, this would have been really fucking funny. But no, this is about a ukulele. So this is a Tinder exchange. Everyone comfy? You comfy, Dane?
I am, yeah.
He writes, "Hey, I bought a ukulele." 3 hours later, she writes, "I'm so sorry. I forgot to reply, but that's the coolest thing I've read all day." 4 hours later, he says, "You're okay, lol. I just think you're the cutest girl I've ever seen on Tinder. Like, you are so endearing. I look at your pics, and I just want to make you feel good. Give you a lengthy, deep tissue body massage with hot oil, then worship your holes with my tongue and throbbing cock." She doesn't respond. 6 hours later, "I'm really good at ukulele. I had to sell my instruments to pay my dog's medical bills a couple years ago. I finally replaced my ukulele."
Thank you very much. My name is Dane Miller.
And I'm Niall Spain.
And we've been your fuck buddies. Thank you very much. Camp Halcyon!